Up and ready to go.
So I've started
Yeah.
looking at the Reddit pornography,
Okay.
in lieu of the Twitter pornography.
Okay.
And I'm going to be honest with you.
Better.
It's just harder to search.
Yeah.
It seems weird. Reddit's like, I don't know what Reddit is. I don't know what it
No
is.
one
I don't
does.
get it. It just looks like at some point someone wrote something and then just a slew of people want to comment on it. But like, I don't know where original posts are. I don't know how to find pornography. That's why, the X, all you had to do was just put gay in a search thing or butt
Yeah.
fuck or whatever. And it was right there.
I put threesomes in just to see what you got. I love a good spit roast. But I agree with you. I think the format is quite strong for jerking off. And I don't with Reddit. I don't understand the flow. I don't. But I also I kept my X. I'm not paying for X. I'm not looking at anything or the ads other than just people jizzing in each other's mouths.
Yeah,
And
no, I get it. I mean, either way, you should get off of X.
why don't you just go on the internet? Go to an internet site. Like, why are you looking for new ways to find porn when all the countless other ways are still available?
I mean, because the thing about the Twitter was they made it so that it was just right there, So it's like,
Remember Tumblr? Tumblr used to be it.
oh God, every day of my life. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tumblr also is like fucking like wow, Tumblr.
Well, you know what I call it Tumblr is because the cum would just tumble right out of your cock every time you turn it on because it's just so much more.
Oh my God. This is not being cool. This is just not being cool.
What are you talking about?
It's not letting me in the GPHH YouTubes, which
Did we
is
get
like
banned again?
no, there's no way we got banned. But I mean, I think that we are playing. If you could go look and just see if we're up and running, because I can't see anything because it won't let me sign in. Not wild.
It's wild, wild and crazy.
I'm gonna try to do it one more time. Hi, YouTubes. We are here again,
trying
and
to figure it out.
as always, see, this is the thing. I don't think that this is the right password if it's not letting me on. I should have changed.
Well, let you in.
I should have changed the password case. I should have changed it, but I didn't.
Yeah, you should have done a lot of things.
I know. YouTube, I'm holding it up. I'm holding it up, and I'm so sorry.
We're on the YouTube, though.
We are?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I love
How's that for meta YouTube? Have real good start.
Yeah, thanks a fucking lot, YouTube. Okay, wait. So hold on. I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to change the password to 8.
Anyway, we were talking about porn.
Oh, yeah. So my whole thing is like, I don't mind. I want it to be all in one place, and I want it to just be like porn. I don't want to click on something and then jump to another site trying to sell me porn, because the last thing I want to do is buy it,
Yeah, no, I think I know some people who buy porn still because they like who they like and they like what they like, and I guess they got money, and so they want exactly what they want. And I think some people want things. Well, I don't understand. Some people want things like longer than 2 minutes and 19 seconds, and it seems that I like it. I like that amount.
What do you like?
I want to hop over to the next thing. I want to watch 40 billion porn and then come to the last one. Well, I'm done.
Wait, create new passwords. Wait, I think I just did, didn't I?
God.
Okay, if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna move on. It's not like I need to see Alan Strickland Williams watching us. You know what I mean?
Which I love seeing. Alan
love it always.
But I have a feeling he's not. He's got better things to do tonight. Also, it's an off night. We're doing this on Thursday, not on Wednesday.
Oh, that's true. Okay, well, sorry, YouTubes. I can't see you. I don't know if you're here. I don't know if you're talking to us, and that's okay. That's
okay. Normally,
there's not a lot of people to see. You're on it, right? You could see our chat box. Is there anyone chatting on our chat box?
I mean, I guess if I'm going to do your job, you might as well be the centrist cuck tonight.
First of all, I'm so sorry, but like all of that made me very hot.
Yeah, you definitely have. You have a really, and you weren't doing anything except shifting back and forth. You keep taking your shirt off on the camera, and then nothing.
Shut up.
So what is this Tumblr? What is this Tumblr? God, speaking of tumbling. He's like the purple teletumbler because he's gay.
Oh, I feel so exposed.
Oh God, he's trapped in his own shirt. This is insane. This feels uncomfortable on a variety of levels for me. One of them is this is like the third week in a row I've seen my good friend Tony Soto's nipples on the internet. Two, he's lost in his shirt. Can you believe I host a show with someone who's lost in his goddamn tank top? It doesn't even have sleeves. How do you get fucking caught in a tank top? It doesn't have sleeves.
No one's watching, right?
Just
no one's
put
watching.
Your head through one hole.
Is anybody watching?
We're viral now. Well, you're viral. You've been viral for a couple of days.
You've been viral longer than me.
Yeah.
Hello, YouTube. So sorry. Is anyone watching?
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do your job. I know how to do your job. Okay?
All right. Well,
getting caught in a tank top.
that was a struggle. I went through. I put two things in one hole. Which
how hot are you now?
It was a Saturday night, but for me,
yeah, good way to joke. You're out of your dumb situation. You can't joke your way out of that. Oh, sticky.
Now I need marijuana.
These are role reversals. I'm doing your job looking at YouTube. You're sweating and fucking bouncing around like a crazy person.
I feel like I'm high on Adderall, acting like I have ADHD.
You caught it. I guess you can catch it. Too much hanging out with me.
All right, let me pack one more thing of marijuana.
Guys, I get it. I feel your pain, guys. I know everyone's talking about it right now. We're talking about you on the GPHH page.
I don't understand why you're going to try to give me a complex.
I'm not giving you a complex.
No, it gives me a complex thinking that there are people over there on your side talking about me when I'm not there.
Oh my God, you would hate what they're saying right now.
I hate you. I hate you.
Crazy.
Do you want to do?
Even if she goes crazy, she won't need a straitjacket. Just throw a tank top on her. She won't be able to get out of that.
Fuck off, Casey Lai. Hello, YouTube. It is GPHH Prime Time on Thursday. That's right, Thursday, because we do whatever Casey says.
Which is hard to believe, isn't it, people?
The way you tells it, yeah. But the way I tells it, no, people are like, Tony, we are so sorry. We thank you for your service, girl.
I get that. Well, just like most things in America, everyone has tribalized, and I'm, chief of Tribe Casey, and your chiefess of Tribe Casey.
All right, let's give him a fucking show, Casey. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Gonna do it. 3.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Gay Power Half Hour, the only gay podcast on the internet that's just like Cupid, because we be slinging arrows this week of love, pure love, with goddess number 1, Casey, and goddess number 2,
the easy listening gal herself, Tony Soto.
There she is, Delilah, baby. Yeah.
Oh, Delilah, do you think she's as in love as she wants everyone else to be?
I don't think so. I bet she's been divorced 3 to 4 times.
Listen, it's always the ones who are
quick.
Unlucky in love that can see the problems of others from a mile away. You know what I mean? Hello, Casey Lai.
Hello, Tony Soto. I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. Did you have a nice one?
I didn't get a Valentine's Day call for someone who loves me so much. I don't remember getting a card.
Kind of love.
I definitely got no fellatio, so I don't know how much this love truly is.
Oh, I meant to send you a singing telegram who sucked your cock, but I forgot.
Oh, that would have been a lovely gift.
Yeah.
That's a surprise that I can get behind.
I would like that too. Is that a service that you can provide? Can you send a prostitute to someone else who sings and dances and gives you chocolate?
I mean, you can send packages in Uber. Why couldn't you send a sex worker?
Yeah, I mean, you can send a box. Why not send a box?
Be like when you're sending the Uber a destination, you're like, I don't know, somewhere on Santa Monica.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
that
maybe.
there's a lot of road construction happening right
Tell me
now
about it.
on Santa Monica. Thanks, GJ. But the Santa Monica road construction has really, really like put an upheaval in the sex working industry on
Oh,
Santa Monica because it's a high traffic area in between Hollywood and the West Hollywood. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's hard to look sexy out there when you're tripping over road cones.
Yep. I mean, and that's not all that they can do with a road cone, and it's the worst thing that happens. No, they don't get any workman's comp, just the workman's come.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than when you see someone who you think is falling down, you let him up, and then all of a sudden there's a traffic cone underneath them.
With me, I take the traffic cone with me when I fall.
Yeah.
Get back up.
That's right. There's good suction on yours, baby.
Well, I don't want to get hit by a car. I'm walking home.
So did you get a Valentine's from anyone? Did your mom call you?
Oh, Jeanette, my dear mom always sends me a Valentine's Day card. And,
of course she does. Is that true?
Of course she does.
I'm gonna tell you, there are
It's
weird things.
A holiday. It's a religious holiday.
This is this is how I'm like. It's like this is how I know that I'm not right, is because you're not the first person to tell me that they've gotten a Valentine's Day from their mother and or their father. And for me, I think that is just cuckoo weirdness. I think it's weirdo. I think it's as weird as when like kids still kiss their parents on the lips. I think there's certain things that need to retire after you're done making little shoebox mailboxes for Valentine's. And that is your parents' Valentine's.
I mean, my mom loves any excuse for a gift. She don't need no excuse for a gift. And so the fact that there is a day in which gifts can be given, she's planning ahead and she's going to give a gift and she's going to send a card and she might put some dollar bills in that card because how do you...
Did she put dollar bills in that card?
Not in this card, but in many cards there's dollar bills.
Because I didn't get no cash in the present that your mom sent me.
Look, you got a present for my birthday.
I just got
you get plenty of shit from my mom.
It should have been some cash. What?
Well, you sell it. It'll get you several dollars, maybe, or at least
no one wants
the picture frame might. The picture frame might give you a couple of dollars on Craigslist.
No one wants that shit.
Dare you? We all check it. I love mine. We all love it.
Yeah, no, I was out and about on briefly on the
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
It is.
I did start to feel sick. Maybe that's what it was. The Valentine's Day.
Are allergic to love?
But I'm going to tell you, Casey Lai, it is the tackiest of the holidays. And I'm even including the Shamrock Shake Irish nonsense that we all fucking do jigs to in March. Like, I was walking down Vermont. You know what I mean? Walking down Vermont, hanging out down around the Fountain area. I had to drop something off at the UPS if it's anyone's business.
Well, that's because there's all that road work now in Santa Monica. You have to find a new place to walk.
I was working, and I'm gonna tell you, it's like everything is made in China. Everything is literally plastic and is gonna end up in our fucking oceans. It's all tacky. It's all bears and fucking fake flowers. Like, do we need to spend money so bad? We as Americans, do we have to lie to ourselves so badly that we're doing so well financially? You're not doing well financially. You're a liar. If you're swamped in credit card debt, that's what you're doing. But I'm going to tell you, these people on the street of Vermont was like taking PayPals and shit, had swipe cubes and shit because they know nobody got cash now. They're just buying their cheap fucking pink bears on cards.
Yeah. Well, and they're also buying Hallmark cards on those cards too, because you need to, Tony, when you're in love with someone, you need to buy them cheap shit, or else they'll suck someone else's dick, and you have to constantly be giving them trinkets.
It's just
Um,
I just hate I just hate where fucking Putin Yahoo started this war. Like, why did it
oh
have to
wow,
be
that
in
wasn't too long
October?
to get
Why
there.
did it have to be in October? Because first of all, he made a mockery of the high holy days. Like literally went through Jesus's birthday and had to cancel it on fucking they had to cancel it in Bethlehem
Yeah,
proper.
it's like they killed Jesus again.
And now what? We just have the
That's a
ugly
joke.
holidays that we have to fucking distract ourselves with. Well, we got to really double down on Valentine's Day. We got to really double down on St. Patrick's Day. We got to really double and first of all, here's another thing, you fucking assholes. Wipe that schmutz off your fucking heads if you're going to be talking. I'm talking to you politicians. Don't
What
go
are you
back to
talking
work on
about?
Ash Wednesday and not wipe
Oh,
off your fucking foreheads, you bunch of losers.
I think I went to school a couple of days in my youth with ashes on my head.
I bet you did. And I bet you walked in there.
Hello. X marks the spot right here. Um,
Anyway, I when I found out when I was reminded that it was Ash Wednesday, no day makes me roll my eyes more than the silliness. Because I heard some because they do a mass or whatever live, and the fucking the priest was all like, this Ash Wednesday is about it's like we as people trying to be better and more like Jesus. I'm
yeah.
like, what are you doing the rest of the fucking days? You pieces of shit. Isn't that what you're supposed to be doing to the end of your days? Isn't that what you get the reward for? Is fucking doing good and being like Jesus? No, but now you got to do it with schmutz on your face.
Well, thanks to Jesus, 364 and a half days of the year, you can do white collar crime. But if you spend half of a day apologizing for it, you still get into heaven. That's part of the deal. All you have to do is say sorry for like a minute and pretend that you mean it, and you get into heaven. And so, why not throw a little bit of ash on your face? I think, is that why they want to be, we Catholics want to be more like Jesus? Is that why we wipe it on our
It's
heads?
a
Because we want to feel what
reminder.
it's like to be
It's to
underneath
remind
dirt,
you.
dead.
Because I don't
Well,
know. Because I guess Jesus had dirt on his face because he wandered the desert. I don't know. But all I know is that's the backstory that some Catholics said.
well, then it's true. And also we have another holiday coming up. We have President's Day, and President's Day is a day that we remember dead presidents. And I can think of two presidents I'd like to see dead. The same two presidents that Jon Stewart thinks are too old to be president again. Donald Trump and Joe Biden. How's that for a change?
Oh my God. Jon Stewart's back in the news. This is what happens when this is why I admire John
Stewart.
no, Oliver.
Oh, okay. He's British.
Because John Oliver is he's been on the HBO teat, Viacom teat for a long time. He has pushed the envelope and he has pissed them off, but he is still maintained. Poor Johnny Stewart thought it would be interesting to go. I mean, I don't know how many people have Apple. I don't think it's as much as the people that have the HBO, truthfully. But he thought that he could go there and do what he does, what he was known for doing in Comedy Central, was pushing the envelope. Thought he could do that on Apple. And that queen was like, not over here. No, we are literally genociding people for your batteries. Don't you dare come over here and bring attention to us, you sons of bitches.
Did they push him out because he talked shit about Apple?
I mean, they canceled him because of that. Yeah. And so he's back at the Comedy Central, back where he's thinking he's going to be embraced and loved and adored and admired by all of the liberal cucks out there that just need him to tell them why Trump is still so terrible. Didn't happen. Well, it happened. He did. He did talk about how Trump is terrible, but he also talked about how Genocide Joe, that's right, GJ himself. GJ himself talking about how he's old, he's feeble, and making fun of his age because it's fun to make fun of dottery old people. Now, Blue MAGA is upset. they are upset. They're like, who is Jon Stewart? Suddenly they forgot. Oh, who is this anti-Semitic Jon Stewart? They don't even think he's Jewish anymore. They're like, who is this white man thinking that he deserves relevance? Isn't this what he does? It's not like he wasn't making fun of liberal presidents in his heyday. It just so happens that the conservative leadership during his time were fucking buffoons.
Yeah.
Isn't this what he does?
He hates old people in equal measure. It doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum they are on. So people are upset that he was honest about the situation, the age situation.
Well, I don't think people understand satire anymore. I think that Trump has made satire not a thing anymore, because everything Trump has done that he's been doing for real, basically his fucking followers have been like, it's satire, he's kidding, so I don't think that exists anymore. So look, I don't know what Jon Stewart's political I would assume he's going to vote for GJ. I'm assuming that's what he's going to do, but I don't understand what.
It's like a responsible liberal, which you're not. You're not a liberal.
No, I'm not a liberal. No, liberals fucking suck.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that this is what he does. This is first of all, if you're going to and this is why I call it blue MAGA. If you're going to blindly walk and just be like, oh, it's that or Trump. Oh, there's no other alternative, that or Trump. I don't care if that's the truth of the matter. But truthfully, it didn't need to be that or Trump. Because if the DNC did what they were supposed to do, they would have been like, this isn't the guy to fucking run again. And they would have made the right decisions.
Agreed.
So since they decided not to do that, it is not the voters' responsibility to suddenly just fold.
I'm not saying fold. I don't think anyone is saying fold.
You want me to vote for Genocide Joe?
Well, I want you to vote.
Don't you want me to vote for Genocide Joe? Don't you?
And when it comes down to the election and there are only two viable options, I do think that you could. I think there's time for there to
writing in ceasefire sounds perfect.
I think
writing in ceasefire
make you feel better. Fine. I think it'll make you feel better.
Does.
Sure, and that's great. I think that's great.
All of my other fucking voting is going to be fucking knowledgeable fucking voting, just like it always fucking is.
I'm not saying that.
Let's face it, the truth is your local government is what's important, because your fucking top tier government wants you fucking poor, sick, and dumb, no matter if it's blue or red.
I mean, the thing is, that's just rhetoric, and it's not real. It's not real,
and that's just rhetoric and not real. You see how easy that is? You see how easy that is?
I see how easy that is.
Okay, good. As long as you see how easy that is. Because it's so easy for me to just flip that back around on you and be like, no, you're wrong.
I'm happy to talk about why and not just say you're wrong. But because it is a false equivalence to say that the Republicans and the Democrats are the same. They are not the same, and you're buying into a narrative that is
around the world
that is not
around the country.
The world is fucked up. That is undebatable. Yes, in real life it's fucked up, but when it comes down to a 200, 300 million person country, you want things to be equal. Then great. The country has to move towards that, because things were not created equal. And there is one side that wants to do that and make that better.
Which one?
And there is the Democratic side.
How?
How they raising the middle class?
How have they stopped
and
providing safety? The registration for voting things that have been going around all the world. Why hasn't fucking Biden got rid of the fucking guy that Trump put in for the mail stuff? Which was such a big fucking deal during that time, but now it's not a big fucking deal.
Why don't you're talking about the UP? You're talking about the Postal Service right now.
Yeah, I'm talking about. Okay. I'm talking about like there are.
But that's not what I was talking about. Yeah, you can find a ton of bad things with everything, with every government, with every U.S. government that has ever existed. If you just want to focus on the bad things, you will find nothing.
How's inflation really doing right now?
Inflation is coming down. Every indicator's inflation is coming way
Every
down.
indicator from where you look on your internet, though.
No, like, by just fucking stats. Are grocery prices still high? Yes, 100%.
I just spent $80 and I'm one person and it was for 1 week's worth of food. And trust me,
I get that, Tony.
Have the food.
I get that, Tony.
So who's this country better for now because we had a Democrat in office?
So before October 7th, you were arguing for the side that I am arguing for right now. So, and you were using examples of the exact same examples that I'm about to use, and the one that I did just use.
CHIP Act,
and the big thing, infrastructure bill. And hold on. And a big part of that was, come on, you stupids, you have to remember that it takes a long time to come out of a crisis, that it takes a long time. We had a global pandemic, our economy was fucked, and supply chains were fucked, and it's going to take a long time, and this president is doing a lot to make things better compared to what the other side would do, which is fuck it all up. And those are exactly the arguments that you were making then. And so October 7th happened, and I get that is a drastic, terrible thing. But all of a sudden, everything that came before was bad.
Stop it! Don't you dare say it's just because.
Why?
Look, and listen, I will fucking admit
it changed. That's when it changed.
I will admit that yes, I think that the infrastructure, I think that bipartisanship movement was pretty fucking good on his part when it came down to it. I've always said that it appeared to be that he is doing what he can to make us better. Then what happened? Roe v. Wade fell. Then what happened? Oh, now suddenly he can't forgive.
That was not his fault.
Then suddenly he can't forgive, but he can bypass Congress and send money to Israel. So
because that's the way that the executive branch works. It does, but that is the way that the executive branch works. They have full lateral.
No. If you don't need Congress for one thing, then you don't need it for another.
That's not how it works. Well, that's not how it works. You want it to work that way, but that's not Joe Biden's fault.
Oh, it's not.
It's the way the system is.
How long has he been in Washington? Like, not even president.
You know what? You are consuming. When I say you consume a one-side view, and I'm not going to say it's propaganda, but I hear the same exact words coming out of you that come out of so many, all of the fucking arguments and all of the fucking slogans. How long has he been in Washington? Of course, he's been in Washington for a long fucking time, for fucking years, and that's what did he do?
What did he do in the?
He did terrible things.
Thomas he did terrible things.
Yes, he did all those terrible things.
What did he do to her? Like, what did he do to that black woman?
That was 30 fucking years ago, Tony.
Yeah, well, you know what? It doesn't stop. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't stop.
But again, he was. Oh God, whatever.
But this is the only thing that's so frustrating.
All you're doing is focusing on.
All you're doing is painting a picture and making up this fucking false narrative that everything is hunky fucking dory.
No, I'm not.
Literally. Okay, then tell me how you're not.
Because I'm not saying it's hunky dory, and I'm never saying it's hunky dory. I'm saying the way that this fucking stupid backwards country moves forward is through someone who has a good fucking heart and knows how the shit works and pushes through. Joe Biden. It might not be a strong heart anymore, but it's a good heart.
Real good.
Okay.
Real good.
Yeah, and he's a wrong.
It's so good how people can be like
many things, but so fucking everyone.
When people bring up like the fact that children are dying,
for something,
and then his immediate response after it's like, "Hey, GJ, what do you think about like dead baby corpses being pulled out of rubble?" And his very first thing is, Israel has a right to defend itself.
That's what a national leader says.
We hear.
That's what a fucking leader of a country says. It's diplomacy, because diplomacy isn't empathetic.
Diplomacy. What's happening diplomacy-wise? Let me see. I believe that Hamas agreed to release those hostages if Israel did too.
Yeah.
And guess what fucking the U.S. said? Yeah, you should do that, Israel. Guess what Israel said? No.
And
because
so
the U.S. is a fucking joke. It's weak. It's weak. It's weak. And that is Joe's fault. Because if he wanted to be a strong president right now, he'd do what over half of the country is asking for right now. Over half of the country. That's what he would do.
I mean, just admit this is your one issue. This is your one issue, and everything comes back to it.
Sometimes it's okay to be a one-issue voter.
That's fine, but you make everything about it, and then you.
And you know what? And you don't make anything about it. And
No,
that's the
oh
thing
God.
too. Because
No,
you
I
want
just
to
put it
no,
into
because no,
context.
because you want to.
And you're right, I'm not empathetic. I guess I'm not empathetic, and I don't care. I don't care about dead
you
babies.
say you are. I mean, you speak a good game.
Mhm.
But here's the thing. It's like I don't understand. I do not understand one of the biggest stories that is
Mhm.
happening in or in the world history at this very moment. It's literally when half of this country is saying we don't. It's Iraq all over again. It's Iraq. It's proof that
No,
the
it's not.
politicians
It's
do
not
not care
Iraq. It's
because
not
over
Iraq.
half of the fucking
It's
country
not
was saying they
Iraq.
didn't want Iraq
Because
either.
we're
What do you
not
mean
in
it's
it?
not Iraq?
Because
it's killing
it is.
brown people.
It's different.
It's
Yeah, but not all,
destabilizing
not all
governments that
killing
aren't
brown people
ours.
is the same, and I think that's dehumanizing.
And I'm going to tell you that the people in Iraq would much rather have fucking Saddam Hussein back than whatever they had to fucking deal with since Bush Jr.
Yeah, I think that is very clearly a fucking mistake. Okay, that was made, and a huge mistake.
Make.
And this is a huge.
That's all we make and it's at
No,
the
it's
detriment
not.
of brown
No, it's
people.
not. Yeah.
When did we get a war right? When?
I'm not saying we got.
When did we get a war right?
I'm not saying war.
When
war
did
is
we?
always a mistake.
When
War
did
is always a
okay,
mistake.
not a war.
You
Not
know,
a war.
and especially wars of aggression.
Not a war.
Okay?
What military coup did we get right? What communist dictator did we fucking get out of?
I'm not. We don't need to date. Like the thing is like
this is the thing. Like, look, if you only want to be a local politic person, cool. If that's all you want to fucking care about is what's happening in our borders, cool.
It's not.
But that's not all that's here. And what's truthfully happening in this situation is we are the enemy to a majority of this planet.
I get you, Tony.
Not because we're good, babe. It's not because we're fucking right.
But the thing is, Tony, and this is the thing that I agree with everything that you're saying. But the difference between you and me is that I don't believe that doing the right thing and getting and saying that that's the way that it needs to go is going to be the way that it goes, or that the people who want to do the right thing win. And because bad people have proven time again throughout history, especially when good people start turning on each other.
Who's the good people?
You, in your mind, for sure.
And this is a shit country. This is a bad country.
Are you a good? I'm talking about you. I'm talking about people. Every countries are made up of people, Tony.
I want to know what you're talking about when you're talking about the bad people. Like,
do you think I'm talking? What do you think I'm saying? Brown people versus white people? Is that what you think I'm saying, Tony?
I'm talking in government power structures right now. That's what I'm talking about. Who are good?
Good people who want.
Do you think that this country is one of the good guys?
Right. You can let me answer or not. I think that the country is constantly struggling with itself between the good guys and the bad guys to lead a country. And the country that has the most power in the world, I want it to be led by better people than worse people, because you're not going to get what you want, which is really good people to
all
run
of your
this
elected
country.
officials are in the pockets of corporations.
So what are we supposed to do? Anarchy? Throw it all
better.
out? Go for it.
If you want it better, if you want it better,
get money out of politics. I agree. Get guns out of here. Get money out of here.
The people who put shit on Nancy Pelosi.
Shit's got to get.
That's
shit's gonna happen.
That's right.
I'm not saying be as activist
like I don't
as you want.
I just don't understand. It's like, what do you want? What do you like? What kind of cop out bullshit is that? What do you want to do? Like, oh,
I'm telling you what I want to do, Tony, and I want you to tell me what you want. I'm telling you, I want the country to be run by what I think is the best option, which is oftentimes the less bad, the much less bad, and in this case, the clearly much less bad, and much less cynical, and much less oligarchic than the people who are in the Democratic Party are much more representative of the country that I want to be a part of.
How many Democrats have called for a ceasefire? And
again, it comes back to the ceasefire. So if you don't call for a ceasefire, then you're a racist and you're a genocidal maniac. And as a result, nothing else that you stand for is good.
Oh, it's the bare minimum, bro. It's the bare minimum. But you know what? They don't want to stop fucking cashing those APEC checks. And that's what it comes down to.
It all comes back to the Jews, doesn't it? It all comes back to the Jews,
it all comes to the Zionists. Absolutely.
Sure does. Everything in this world comes back to the Jews,
and you know what?
Jewish people. Isn't that an interesting point of view?
You're just as bad as a Zionist because you want to paint this anti-Semitic bullshit every time I fucking bring up the fact that APEC runs this goddamn country. You want to be like, oh, it's about the Jews. Oh, it's the Jews.
You make everything about this.
Well, you know what?
This war.
Turn it around, baby, and pay attention. Because you know what? They are entrenched in our fucking government. They ran an ad in the Super Bowl. It paid for by the Israeli government. They fucking posted it on the Super Bowl. Don't tell me they don't have their fucking hold in this. Don't tell me
I'm not saying you're not. But I can think about other things that that are in this world, and I can
that's what's wrong.
Build up way worse than the Jews, okay? And I don't care.
Quit saying the Jews. I'm not
going to. You're going to turn words around on me.
You know what? If you're fine, good. If you're going to constantly
Zionists being in control of all of these things, it sounds a certain way. Is all that I'm saying. Because
and you know who's painted it to be that way? The Zionists and people like you, Zionist supporters, the ones that you're the ones who make it suddenly so bad to talk about this. And you know what? It's not bad to talk about this. It's not bad to talk about the APEC is in the fucking pockets of every one of our politicians are in the pockets of APEC, blue or red. That's just a fact. Fucking look it up.
You are turning every issue back into this issue. And what I'm saying is that there are way worse people doing way worse fucked up shit. Maybe not currently, especially to this group of people. Okay. In the world, Kim Jong-un. What? You're not you don't feel the plight of the millions of people in North Korea who are starved and oppressed daily?
You know where it came from, how it got there? Like, look, the thing is, it's like everything runs back to the US. So every bad group, every shit group is the reason because of our government. And so if you don't want to fucking acknowledge that, if you want to think that we're suddenly we're these great guys, these deliverers of peace, like that's cool.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
If you're going to talk about North Korea, honey, that wasn't even split.
Honey, you aren't listening to if you this is the thing that is so frustrating about getting into these arguments. And I'm not saying with you, but just in general, is because the way that you lump me in and the way that you twist my words to say that I don't care about.
Me an anti-Semite.
I said you
brought me in with racist. You called me
I did not call you an anti-Semite.
Oh, honey.
I said it.
Jews. Oh, the Jews. Please. I know what you try to do. I did not have any shame
I was saying,
in what I fucking
what
said.
I was saying. I don't have any shame in what I'm saying.
Meant.
I don't have any shame in what I said, and what I said, and what I was alluding to is the fact that you make every issue about what the Jews are doing, and as a result, everything in this world that's fucked up comes back to not the Jews in whole, but the Jews in power of Israel, which is dominated by Jews, you know,
Zionists.
And AIPAC is bad.
Zionists.
Yeah. But Tony, the thing is like sometimes you also
those settlers are killing people in the West Bank.
Sometimes,
those murderers, they're murderers.
Being right.
I'm not going to care about October 7th. I'm not going to care about Hamas anymore because Israel is full of murderers.
Sometimes
I'm done caring.
Right and communicating in the modern world come into conflict with each other, especially if you want to have your opinion be listened to by the other side in any sort of way. And you sound when you speak a certain way about this issue, you say Zionist, but you say it in a way where you are
because it is bad.
Yes, no, of course I'm not. I do. But it sounds 100%. A little bit more all encompassing.
You
to
make
me
it
sometimes.
That way. You make it that way.
Yeah.
You make it that way.
But it's such a repeated thing. And what I'm saying is optics do matter.
Israel, I say Zionist. You say Jews. I don't. I say Israel, I say Zionist. I don't say Jews. You do. That's the thing. That's the difference. That's the difference. Because I don't think I know plenty of Jewish people who are just as passionate as I am. Just as passionate.
Yeah, 100%. I think that it's hard for anyone to be as passionate as you, Tony, because you're a very passionate person.
No, truly isn't. No, and honestly, I wish more people fucking gave a fuck enough to be as. Because here's the thing, and then we're going to end it because the show is over anyway. But I'm going to say, and this is just blanket, not you specifically, but I don't like seeing dead bodies pulled out of nothing. All right? I don't like to see corpses. You know what? It's not a pretty fucking thing. However, it's blaring on all cable news everywhere. You're seeing it constantly now because the tides are changing. If you can see that and then have a well or a but, baby, we're not on the same page. That's a shame. Because here's the thing. That means that, I don't know. I mean, like, I think back to, like, you know, when we put Japanese internment camps. I don't think there was a lot of people fighting that when it happened here. And it just seems it's that kind of close kind of shit. That's what fucking bugs me. It's like we are so privileged here to either see it in our heads or to look at it on the actual fucking phones because we don't have bombs falling here. We don't have it. We'll never know what that's like. We'll never know what that's like. We'll never. So the thing is because we'll never know what that's like. How dare us do a or a but, or Israel has a right to defend themselves.
I got you, man. I got you. And it is the great conundrum of the modern world that we are thrust into that situation, and you either choose to. You just got to choose to do it the way that you got to do it, and we all got to get through this life. If you want, you know, if you can't be happy or can't find it when other people are not, and I'm saying that you are, one, truly way more empathetic than I ever really gave you credit for, and two, you know,
you can want the destruction of a species and still fucking care about what's going on in other places around the world, especially when it is grossly unjust.
Yeah,
grossly unjust.
It is absolutely grossly unjust. I think that you're taking you're either on my side or you're against me point of view on it, and that is
no one has ever nobody ever has made an argument in a way that has made me want to change my mind.
No one can change your mind.
No one can sit here and defend Israel in a way
you demonize people who don't agree with you.
Well, because they're a little demony, baby. Like, if you can sit here and be like, Israel has a right to defend itself against a place that's not even a country, doesn't even have a fucking military, has been occupying them forever, fucking controls everything, like literally responsible for their, like, oh, who are these tortured and raped and dead babies? Where are their pictures? Oh, honey, if this really happened, we'd see photos of them all the time.
I get it. But the thing is, like, I get it.
I'm just saying. We
get it.
Do you? Do you?
Yes, Tony.
I do. Get it is what people say when they want to stop hearing it. That's what it is. You know how many times I hear "we get it"? Oh, all the time. I get it. I get it. Do you?
I do. Well, I hate to say it that I do. I really do.
Well, you know? When you circle GJ, just know that you do.
I don't circle the name. That's voter fraud. You have to put in a little. You circle.
We have.
You circle.
I know it's a fucking TTPS test or whatever.
Is that well? Good to know your votes have never counted because you've just been circling your answers. Follow the instructions, Tony.
I've just been drawing thumbs up and thumbs downs on the people that I know and like.
Yeah, and from the inside of the booth we hear genocidal, fuck this genocide maniac.
He loves that. He loves it. He fucking loves it. And the thing is, it's like, I know what it is now, GJ. You're just fucking in too deep. You're going to look like a fucking putz either way. And I know you want out of it, GJ. I know your Catholic God is fucking telling you. Your Catholic God is telling you with the ash on your face that you're fucking wrong and you're going to burn in hell. But you're not going to do anything about it because you're a fucking coward. Because you're in too deep, baby. Because you sucked fucking Netanyahu's dick too fucking hard, babe.
Well, if you're just tuning in for the first time, don't always
Oh, I can't wait
go
to hear how many
like
people think I talked
this.
over you this week.
Well, it's not a matter of you talking over me. It's
Casey.
more a matter of you being. I'm happy
I
that
just need you to come
you
with a
can't have a
fucking a better
day in
argument.
California. It's the thing
Hurry up
is
and wait
like
is not an
there,
argument, Casey. Hurry up
but
and wait is not an argument.
there, but like it's hard to hold on. It's hard to make. It's hard to you know it's terrible argument to make, but like um everyone thinks of the future without thinking of the past, and the past isn't good, and it's always fucked up, and this is the end of an empire era that we are entering, and it's terrible and it's messy and everyone gets fucked in the end, and then things will maybe get better, and they'll get better for a while. We'll be more enlightened, have more technology, and then the people with the money and the power will fuck it all up again. And I don't mean to be so fatalistic about it, but I'm not. You think I'm callous to what I see around me, and I'm truly not. But I'm choosing not to be as debilitatingly fucking pissed off.
Just wait until the banks crash and you're all wondering where those billions of dollars that we gave to Israel is. Oh, you're going to wish that you had it. Those fucking Zionists, though, do. That's right, the Zionists. The evil Zionists.
God.
All right, Casey.
I think I've found the source of the reason we're not being able to get onto YouTube easily.
Well, I mean, are they run by the Zionists? Who is it? Casey, tell us what you're up to. See what happens when we don't do the show on Wednesday.
Wearing a disguise when I go out in Hollywood, because I don't want people to know I'm Tony Joe's host.
See, that's the thing, and I get it. No, that's the real bit.
I want to be famous. I just want to be famous. How many people have to die? I just want to be famous.
I had to fucking watch ugly Amy Schumer do a press tour that Hulu doesn't even want to promote. And I'm like, how does so much shit come out of a mouth that small? I understand what it's like for especially the out of work entertainers in this fucking town. I know you get so mad because you're like, oh, Tony, you say this problematic stuff about fucking Jews running everything. But look. You are nervous that I'm going to say something that's going to risk something because of why? I don't know, some Zionist in Hollywood?
I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about my career. If I was worried about my career, a lot of things would be different to begin with. And if I was really worried about my career, I would have dropped you about October 10th. Clearly, I'm not.
I mean, the 7th, I came out hot. So I knew from the beginning that a resistance group cannot be fucking terrorists. All right. Casey, before I burn any more bridges in this fucking wonderful town that is Hollywood, before I'm shot by a space laser, can you please tell people what you're up to in Hollywood?
You can see me in Hollywood this week scurrying over the bridges before they are burned completely to the other side. I will do what I can to send a boat later. To the guy who has professed that he would wear me like a backpack during a mass shooting as he escaped with me on his back. My best friend Tony Sodio. I don't have anything on the calendar until March, so maybe some pop-ups, but short month. Let's take it off. I don't work during Black History Month.
It's literally the least he can do.
Give them people their due. Anyway, what about you?
Oh my God. Well, this is coming. Well, I don't know. What time is this coming out on Friday, Casey?
Well, get it to me tonight. I'll get it done.
Tonight. Oh my God. All right. So tonight, which is Friday, February 16th, if you are in Silver Lake and you want to watch Drag Race, come out to 33 Taps. Me and Bitch Puddin' are going to be doing bingo at 7 and then Drag Race from 8 to 9:30 or whatever it is. Come out. It's a lot of fun. Drinks are fun. Food is delicious. And if I've upset you tonight, then don't come out.
Well, go and tell her in person.
Oh, please. People have.
Be brave. Be brave. Show up.
No, no one's brave. They always send it in email form, which is always
Yeah,
great.
no,
The
I don't support that.
TonySotoShow.com is blowing up.
Let me
People,
just say, everyone out there who's too scared, it always feels better to say what you mean directly to her face. It really
please.
does. There's something about it that really makes you
Absolutely.
feel good.
Because you know what? I'll know when I won. You know, when I hear I get it. That's when I know.
Bingo.
That's when I know I won. If you like Tony Soto, then you're fucking right to do so. Follow Tony Soto Productions if you want to see what I'm up to in drag. And if you just want to see what I'm doing on social media, it is the Tony Soto Show on Instagram and TikTok. And just like that, 30 minutes of yelling after my good Judy just got done being a secretary all day, working hard for the money. Then she had to get yelled at by some sassy faggot for no reason, except for her, centrist liberal leanings. You don't deserve it, Case.
Called overtime.
All right. Well, until next week. Goodbye. Zionists.
This is to ward off the evil.